Please, Detective, is there any news on my husband?
I'm afraid there's nothing yet, Mrs. Grimes. We're looking for the doctor as well, but I have reason to believe they are both being held together. When I left them, they were both looking for evil little Kelly, so I presume they both got caught together.
So you're saying he's alive? I was scared that he might be dead.
Oh, he is most definitely alive, Mrs. Grimes. Romulus and Haggerty would only have reason to kill them if everything went according to plan with the poisoning. But now that we know the princess has survived the attempt on her life, I can guarantee your husband is alive. The only bargaining chip they have left is to keep them both alive. Trust me.
Bargaining chip? That doesn't fill me with much confidence, Detective.
I understand that, Mrs. Grimes, I do. But you have to understand that this is the best scenario we could have hoped for. They are far from finished, Mrs. Grimes, and evil doesn't rest. But they will be flustered now that they have to make a new plan. The ball is in our court. We just have to wait for them to slip up. And when they do, we get your husband back, Mrs. Grimes, safe and sound.
Okay, Detective, just please get my husband back safely.
I will do everything in my power to make that happen. You have my word. But for now, I have to ask you to be safe and lay low, Mrs. Grimes. Your life could also be in danger. Maybe stay with a relative or a close friend you can trust. But you must not speak of this to anyone. We must keep this all quiet. That is the king's only request. And I trust you will honor that.
If we return with this Prince Donny, then the evil princess will be very happy with us, Haggerty.
Indeed, she did say that she wanted to rip everything from under little Kelly. The perfect place to start, with her little prince.
We will collect those dear to her like trophies, and we'll freeze them as statues and put them in the princess's throne room. Ha 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 ha!
What a delightfully evil plan, Romulus. But first, we must locate the prince.
Indeed. Let us inquire with the locals and see if we can get any information as to where Prince Donny is. Then we'll strike.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen this man?
What in the world is that going to do, Haggerty? How on earth do you expect people to be able to identify him from the...
Oh, the prince! He's out of town at the moment. He's in another kingdom or something.
How in the world did you know who he was talking about? That's a picture of a frog. Oh, never mind. Any idea when he'll be back?
No idea, I'm afraid. Hang on, let me ask. Hey, these two shady gentlemen over here want to know when the prince is back in town.
Stop shouting, you fool. We must be going now.
The prince should be back in a few days. Who's asking anyway?
Old friends. Doesn't matter. We'll be going now.
Where have you been? You better have an answer for me, and it better be good.
Well, Your Highness, Haggerty has something to say.
What? Why always me?
Out with it.
We interrogated the doctor and your stepfather further. They told us they knew of a prince, little Donny, so we thought we'd start dismantling little Kelly's life by taking him first.
You went to his kingdom without a plan?
Not exactly, Your Highness. He was out of town anyway. We asked the townspeople.
They were very helpful.
You asked the townspeople. Now they know that two outsiders are looking for the prince for no apparent reason. You fools!
Well, when you put it like that. But we did have a plan on what to do with the people after we take them away from little Kelly.
And what is that?
We freeze them like statues in this very hall, Your Highness. Line the throne room with them.
I actually like the sound of that. Okay, we will start with little Donny, but we will need a real plan this time.
How many days has it been, Mr. Grimes?
I've lost count, Doctor. A few weeks at least. How long do you think we're going to be held up like this?
As long as they see fit to keep us alive, or until we get rescued, I'd imagine.
No one is coming to rescue you.
A dramatic entrance as always. What do you two idiots want?
We have a question for you, Doctor. You're an industry professional. You must know of other people in a similar line of work to you. Scientists, perhaps. Am I right?
What are you getting at?
We're looking for a scientist. An inventor, to be precise. Someone who can make us something.
Like I'd ever tell you.
Do you really have to make us bring you the heads of your loved ones one by one until you give us an answer to a very simple question?
Okay. There's a scientist. He works at the Minecraft school. He's a close friend. Please don't hurt him.
We knew you'd see it our way, Doctor. Thank you for your cooperation.
It's done! It's finally done! My greatest creation, it lives! Delicious. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, marking the students' homework. Oh, if only I could invent something that marks homework for me. Ooh, now there's an idea! Where is my screwdriver?